Hey guys, my name is Evan, and welcome to Economics 101, your number one source for everything economics. Have you ever wondered how one person can influence mortgage rates, stock prices, unemployment, and even the value of the dollar? Well, that one person just changed. Kevin Warsh is now the new chairman of the Federal Reserve, replacing Jerome Powell after years of inflation, rate hikes, and political pressure. And investors are asking one critical question: will Warsh bring stability or shake up the entire economy? Today, we're going to cover who Kevin Walsh actually is, how he could change Federal Reserve policy, and what his leadership means for inflation, interest rates, and markets. Before we jump into the video, I have a quick favor that really helps grow the channel. If you enjoy simple, straightforward explanations of economics and finance, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. So, who is Kevin Walsh? For many Americans, Kevin Walsh seemed to kind of come out of nowhere. Um, but in the economic world or finance world, he's been known for many, many years. Walsh previously served as the Federal Reserve governor for 2000 from 2006 to 2011, meaning he was directly involved during the global financial crisis. Before that, he worked on Wall Street. Um, in May 2026, the Senate confirmed him as the new federal Fed chairman, replacing Jerome Powell. That means Walsh now oversees the world's most influential central bank, and his decisions affect everything from your savings account to global financial markets. Let's talk about why he was chosen. So Walsh, he comes into the job during a difficult moment. Inflation is still above the Fed's 2% target, and recently reached approximately 3.8%, while geopolitical tensions have pushed energy prices even higher. So many policymakers wanted a leader who would rethink how the Fed kind of operates. Throughout his career, Warsh has criticized what he sees as excessive intervention by central banks. And he's also argued for a more disciplined approach to monetary policy. In other words, um, he may be willing to step up and challenge Donald Trump, but I doubt it. Um, and and I think markets know this. Okay, the big question overall is he gonna cut rates? As soon as he comes in, um, Donald Trump is gonna be pressuring him to cut rates as soon as he jumps in, as soon as he gets in. Um, So will he cut the rates? Will he cut rates? This is what everybody wants to know. Many investors hoped a new Fed chairman would quickly come in and lower rates, but the reality is more complicated than that. Current inflation remains high, and many analysts expect the Fed to hold rates steady rather than rush into cutting rates. Future markets and economists have generally expected caution in Warsh's early meetings. So be- this is because cutting rates too early could reignite inflation, make it go even higher. You got to think about inflation as a fire. So the Fed has spent years trying to put that fire out, lowering the rates uh, before inflation is fully controlled. You risk throwing gasoline back on the fire. That's the challenge that Warsh is going to face. Really quick pause. If you want more breakdowns like this on inflation, Federal Reserve policy markets, um, make sure to subscribe. These topics can seem a little complicated, but my goal here is to make economics understandable and useful for everyone. Now let's hop back into the video. So let's talk about the impact on you and me, as well as markets and the economy. We'll start with the investors. If Warsh maintains a tough stance on inflation, markets could experience short-term volatility because investors generally prefer lower interest rates. Everybody wants rates low. That's the bottom line. Stocks often benefit when borrowing costs fall. But there's another side. If war successfully brings inflation under control, that could create a healthier foundation for long-term growth. For consumers, The effects are direct. Higher rates generally mean more expensive mortgages, higher credit card costs, higher auto loans. Yeah, uh, pretty much everything that we've discussed and we've talked about. But they can also mean lower inflation over time. The labor market is another key factor. So the economy remains relatively resilient. You'll hear that term a lot. Um, with unemployment near 4.3% according to recent government official comments, if employment stays strong while inflation falls, Warsh could achieve the so-called soft landing that you hear everybody talking about. That's a best case scenario. Okay, Warsh isn't taking over, and the big picture on all of this. Warsh isn't taking over during calm condition. He's facing uh, higher than expected inflation, energy price shocks, geopolitical uncertainty. He's coming in at a difficult time. It's going to be all eyes on him um, throughout his tenure. So several analysts have described the current environment as the perfect storm for a new chair, um, and every decision carries a consequence. If you cut rates too soon, inflation is going to return. If you keep rates high too long, economic growth is going to slow. He's got a he's got a balancing act. When he comes in, he's going to be walking a tightrope. So um, to sum everything up, to break it all down, um, who is Kevin Walsh? He's a former uh, Fed guy, financial market veteran. Um, now he's one of the most powerful economic policymakers in the world. Will he become the inflation fighter many people expect? Is he going to cut the rates, or will he face the same difficult trade-offs that Jerome Powell was facing? We're about to find out. We don't know. We're going to see. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment below. Do you think Kevin Warsh will be a better Fed chairman than Jerome Powell? Why or why not? Your comments help shape the future videos and keep the discussion going. Thank you again. This is Economics 101, your number one source for everything economics.